Welcome to Daytona Beach, Florida. Qualifying underway. Golden Eagle Syrup Superspeedway Series running COTs tonight. Going to be quite the handful for the drivers. They're going to be challenged. Cars are very hard to drive. The number 55 Easton's Transportation Dodge. Oh, we got it. The O2 Pedigree Camry lifting up off the ground there. Almost had a blowover for the O2. Here was Margison. He's going to blow it over. My gosh. Absolutely destroyed his car across the line. I think he went in the grass, so it's not going to get his lap to count. Looking for cars on track. There's Cody Brown, his Mountain Dew Chevy. Trenton Sneed also out on track in his Pontiac. Oh man, cameras are all messed up. Bear with me a second. Zoom that one out. Oh, when someone gets back to it. If someone gets back to it. No one running where that camera is. Oh my gosh, a plain test car with one at Goon slapped on it crudely for Davis Greenwell. That's kind of fun. Clocks in 6th spot. Trent Sneed goes fastest. Davis goes P6. Dalton Hayes and his Dale Jr. throwback. It's weird to see it with white numbers. He's going to spin. Zach McBride in the 28 Kevin Harvick Pennzoil car. Jake Lawrence also out on track. Chris Wold in the 32. Looks like he had time to slap Boise State on the car. There's McBride clocking in 7th. 1 lap qualifying, so I sat there and waited for them to hit that one camera again, and they haven't. I'll just leave it off then. I think we got a full scoreboard for you tonight. Dalton bailing again. Lenny goes P2. That's the camera right there. There we go. Probably moved more. Now it changed again. I had found it. Field is going to die at Matt Benke's expense, and he apologizes now. Well, we don't get a cool wreck from that machine because it is the end of qualifying. 13 cars put in a lap time. These things are going to be hard to handle, and drivers are going to have a challenge. Probably why we only have 20 cars tonight. A lot of people are wimps and don't like the challenge. Trenton Sneed is your pole sitter tonight. I know you can't see his name quite yet because it's doing some weird results thing. 61 to go, hey! Just put that up. Try to track down Trenton in the voice chat. No, Mama Steed always likes when we interview Trenton. Oh, he's hanging out in 10/10s tonight. Trenton, DG, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, we got the old Pontiac on the pole tonight, and well, looks like you're not already 10/10s member tonight. How's it going so far?
I am so scared. This is something.
It is. It's supposed to be.
You got maybe 3 laps before your front tires cease to exist.
You gotta save
It's
tire.
Like that's hard to do at 220.
Yeah, don't go 220.
Oh Lord, yeah, this one. There's gonna be a lot of tore up race cars. There's gonna be a lot of people in Infield Care Center, and I'm probably gonna sprain my wrist again.
Oh Lord. So what you're saying is Tony Stewart would be proud because we're gonna wreck over half the field.
Oh God. I want, whoever finishes this race with a 0x and actually completes all 60 laps with 0x, I'll give them $1.
A whole $1 if you complete this with a 0x. Good luck winning Trenton's dollar.
Pretty much. I get the feeling I'm gonna go into turn 3 and it's not gonna be pretty. I'm probably gonna be upside down.
Oh my god. All right, well, at least make it entertaining. You do have one faster pair. Good luck to you. 60 laps. See what we can do.
Thank you.
So words of Trenton Sneed. He is very not optimistic tonight. Let's run through our starting lineup. We got Trenton Sneed in the 81, I can think, Team Low Time Pontiac. Nice looking paint scheme there. He rolls off in the first spot. Alex Linney, factory setup Chevy. Yes, excuse me, on the front end. Rolls off in second. You have Henry Koloff in the 63, starting in the third spot in his grip clean Chevrolet. Logan Pugh in the 01 rolls off in the fourth spot. Then you have Mike Moody, MGI machine, starts in the fifth spot. I think Mike Edwards has chosen to start from the pits in the ME Chevrolet from Ricky Bobby. Cody Brown, the Amp Energy Chevy, starts in the 7th spot. Chris Fold, Boise State Chevy in 8th. Davis Greenwell, the Wannagoons test car, rolls off in the 9th spot. Zach McBride, Kevin Harvick, Pennzoil Chevy, rolls off in the 10th spot. Number 28, TJ Floyd, the Hexclad Chevy, starts in 11th spot. Jason Freight's in the Pedigree Camry, rolls off in 12th. Matt Benke, he does have an EOL, by the way, so he's going to the tail of the field. Matt Benke starts 13th in the Amtrak car. Corey Deal not showing up on track, even though he was super excited about this race. Somehow got entered as a 44 when there is a 44 in the series. We'll have to fix that. Carson Bechtel in the 09 Wannagoon Chevy shows up 15th. Dalton Hayes rolls off in the 16th spot. It's the Amp Energy car on the left side of the screen. Not sure why it's focused on not Dalton Hayes. Jeremy Clapper Newell starts in the 17th spot in his Martin Sports Chevy. Zach Martinson, where is it showing him? The Eastern Transportation Dodge on the left side there. Jake Lawrence, he'll roll off in the Program Chevy in the 19th spot. And Jeremy Scherer, a 5-hour Energy Camry, starts in 20th. So 20 cars in COTs. These things go very, very fast. You can go 216 into the corners by yourself. Heard the drivers say it absolutely shreds tires. Grip will be very low. This will be very entertaining. We got a steak and shake, shake and bake. Hello, Chrissy. Wannagoons test car, let's go. This should be entertaining. 60 laps around Daytona Beach in very high horsepower, not that much downforce COTs that shred the tires and are a hell of a handful to hang on to. One faster pair tonight, 50% fuel in the tanks, but I think we'll be under caution, not really worrying about the fuel tanks. 19 cars are going to officially start this race as Mike Edwards gets going from the pit lane. And the rest of the field goes by while Corey Deal wanted to get into this race and now is not. We have survived turn 1 and even survived turn 2. Look how fast these things look. That's crazy. Someone's wrecking. Cody Brown's in the grass. How'd he get down there? Oh, this is not what we want at all. Let's go back here. And the caution is out and other cars are wrecking while we were trying to check on Cody Brown. Let's check on Cody first. What happened to Cody? He got out of shape with Dalton and off he went. And while he was recovering, there was another wreck up ahead of him. Matt Benke, Dalton Hayes. Looks like Dalton bounced off of Cody in the first part of this. Yeah, Dalton just drives into Cody Brown and hits him. Sends Cody into the grass. Cody's probably fortunate that's all that happened. Then Dalton gets into the wall. Margison gets in the back of him, spins him around, collects Benke. Jeremy Scherer is in it. I believe that was Clapper Newell getting in there. I think the Pedigree Camry actually missed all that. Jason Freight starting from the back of the field. He's got some dirt on the front, but I don't know if he hit anything. Let's see. Yo2 up high, brushes the wall a little bit. Sees all this going down. He cuts it down to the bottom, and yeah, just the transition from the banking gave him all that front end visible damage. We get our first caution very quickly. Dalton Hayes causing 2 incidents in 1 lap. First hits Cody Brown, then hits the wall. Not a good start for that Mountain Dew Chevy. Got 2 Amp Energy Dale Jr. cars in this one. We're just going to call that one the Mountain Dew Chevy. We'll call this one the Amp Chevy, because the hell with it. Well, field knows they have 50% fuel tanks and tires are shredded and tires are unlimited, so I'm sure we'll see literally everybody take tires every pit stop, given what I was told by the drivers that they shred so fast. It's like the O2 of Freights is staying out. Maybe he'll get a lap lead. Not this lap, but next lap if he stays out again. And, well, that's a great view there. Let's try this one. There we go. Henry Koloff, fuel only. A lot of fuel only stops. I am rather surprised at that. Trenton took tires, as did everyone behind him. And a lot of cars obviously working on damage. So, mixed strategy. Jason Freight stays out in this 0-2 pedigree Toyota. Fun fact, Joe Gibbs did field a 0-2 in the Cup Series. And Joey Logano was coming up. Tony Stewart was still in the 20. They fielded a 0-2 for Logano in a Toyota. So that's fun. Henry Koloff starts, well, is going to be in second after the coming down the pit lane and topping off the tank. The next several cars all filled up fuel. Henry Koloff, Mike Moody, Alex Linney, TJ Floyd, Jake Lawrence, Chris Wold, and Cody Brown were all fuel only back to 8th. Then we have the tires. Trenton Sneed in 9th, Logan Pugh 10th, Zach McBride 11th, Davis Greenwell 12th, Zach Margerson 13th, Carson Bechtel 14th. And then cars that were damaged in the wreck. Jeremy Clapper Newell, 43 seconds on the pit lane. Mike Edwards, 49 seconds on the pit lane in his rookie Bobby Carr. Matt Benke still sitting there on the pit lane. Of course, can't see him with this shot. Try this one. Not really. He's behind the pit box there, but I promise you he's there. You can kind of see him. And Dalton Hayes just behind him. Just behind that Rolex tower. He's minute 23 and counting. Probably going to try to stay on the lead lap. Jeremy Scherer went a lap down. But he is the only car lap down, so I'm sure very soon, because these cars are a handful, he'll get that lap back as long as he doesn't get involved. Jason Freight's a lot of damage on that nose. We'll see if he does stay out again. Get the lap lead. Had to sit out last week for driving through a competitor. A lot of cars rolling back down the pit lane. Several cars that had already come to the pit lane once. Let's see if they take the tires this time. It's like all of 10 tenths. Nope, just fuel. So these cars are all line up single file on the inside line for coming down the second time. Even Trenton pit for fuel. Cody Brown this time took tires in the 17. He'll come out 16th. So he finally does put the tires on. Jimmy Scherer is down a lap, as is Dalton Hayes. Dalton has gone a lap down, so now there are two cars one lap down. Both taking over 2 minutes of repair on the pit lane. So that is bad news for one of them, as the next caution, only one of them can get their lap back. Back to the fun. Jason Freight's decided not to pit at all this caution. We'll see what kind of tires that O2 has. As the drivers told me, Trenton literally said 3 laps. I don't know if that is an exaggeration or a fact. Seems extreme, but you never know. These old 2009 COT cars. Sliced bread indeed, Necro. That is who we're talking about. Field slowly working through turns 3 and 4. These cars go so fast that the pace laps seem like an agony. I feel like we're crawling. I see about 170, 180, maybe 190 in some of the normal stock cars. These will go 210, 220. So they go so fast. It's hard to get used to when they go back under caution. Green flag back out in the air. Freight's and Koloff going to lead us into turn 1. Lenny trying to push Koloff out front and gets him clear. Great start by the outside line. Koloff well out into the front. Now Lenny leads the outside line. Chris Wold a bit farther back. Going to have to catch up to push that 42. He gets into the outside wall a little bit. That's not going to help. Freights jumps up to get draft off Lenny. That's going to open the inside to the number 80, Michael Moody. And to turn 3. Let's see if we survive it this time. Oh, a little bit of out of shape was Freights. Made the 49 TJ Floyd make an evasive maneuver. You see the cars sliding through the tri-oval. That's how much power they have. All right, things seem to have settled down for the moment. We have Michael Moody out in front now. Goes around the outside of former leader Koloff. Lenny settles in third. TJ Floyd, Logan Pugh, Davis Greenwell. Can't miss Davis in that bright yellow car. A little bit of an apron touch there by Logan Pugh. Gets him up and out of shape, but he's able to hang on to it. Zach McBride. TJ Floyd goes around the outside of Davis. Fishwold, Dalton Hayes. Dalton off the lead lap. Corey Deal finally has joined the race. Deal 3 laps down. Jeremy Scher leads the Lucky Dog battle right now. 15 ahead of the 47. Dalton Hayes had an issue there. Moody still out front, has Koloff in tow. Then Lenny, Pugh, Greenwell, Floyd. You see McBride. Jason Freights up and into the wall. Trenton Sneed not liking that. He backed off a little bit. Carson Bechtel gets around Sneed, then closes in on Freights. Freights once again in the wall. Gonna struggle for the 0-2. Well, that was Lawrence by, and most of 10 tenths plus Trenton working at the inside of the 0-2 now. Moody's still out front. Things kind of single file up towards the front. Mardison gets around Freights and into the top 10. Trenton gets by for 11th. Seems like everyone's in follow the leader mode up front. Michael Moody leads in the number 80. Logan Pugh looking inside Davis Greenwell. It just may have been the line that Davis was running up high. It seems Davis likes to run a little bit higher. He's on the outside of Logan Pugh. Down the backstretch, looks like Henry Koloff thought about looking inside Moody. Moody brought it back down to close that off. Greenwell does go around the outside of the 0-1 of Logan Pugh, takes over that 4 spot. Now looks to set up Lenny here. Davis won Talladega in the next gens Wednesday night. Knows how to get it done on Superspeedways. Yes, Ethan, you are late. Field catching the wounded machine of Matt Menke has a right front damage and the back bumper missing. Didn't see what happened to Matt. Field works their way by. I'm sure Matt will tell us all about it post-race. Carson Bechtel, McBride side by side through the tri-oval. Trenton Sneed, Jake Lawrence, Zach Marderson, Cody Brown. Cody's about 2 seconds back from the field. Greenwell running that outside lane again, trying to work on Lenny now. It's the outside wall coming out of the corner. And they cost him a couple spots. Pugh gets by. TJ Floyd trying to work by him. Working lap number 14. We have one caution early. Hayes struggled to get a grip on the race car. Call off all the way up to the wall. No help up there just yet. Lead pack has the top 11 cars in it. Lenny pushing Michael Moody out into the lead. Koloff drifting back from that high lane, gets into the outside wall, hangs onto it. I think Koloff maybe having issues with the tires, can't keep that car down, it looks like. If I ever said they would shred the tires pretty quick. Somebody wrecked the 14 for fun. Moody, Lenny, Pugh, TJ Floyd, Dalton Hayes on the pit lane. Looks like that car, well, can't really tell. Just sitting there for 53 seconds, so I think may have picked up a penalty on the way in, or could be damage repair. Now he's gone 3 laps down. Corey Deal could jump over him here shortly. And Dalton Hayes seems to have disconnected the 47 car. That's what I'm told. It's a little bit like that. Michael Moody continues to lead. Lenny still second. Logan Pugh third. TJ Floyd fourth. Henry Koloff fifth. Carson Bechtel, Lynn Davis Greenwell 6th and 7th. McBride's coming to the pit lane, bringing that Pennzoil Chevy all alone to the pit lane. Surprising to pit by himself. Are you asking me or are you asking Ethan? There you go. Lenny now by himself on the inside. Outside lane trying to get some momentum here. Logan Pugh charges it off into the corner in the 0-1. Has to lift before he hits the wall. He is challenging Mike Moody for the lead. And Mike Moody bringing Alex Lenny to the pit lane. I think Koloff's trying to go with him. So 3 more cars peel off, head to the pit lane. Man, that 63 was wobbling all the way in. That leaves us 7 lead lap cars in this main pack. A little bit of a gap starting to form. Jake Lawrence and Margison. Don't think they're in the draft anymore. Trenton Sneed, Davis Greenwell, Carson Bechtel, TJ Floyd, Logan Pugh. See if we get more green flag stops. Pugh's going to peel off and pit by himself. Then there's a few more in the back. Jake Lawrence, Matt Binke, and Zach Margison all coming to the pit lane. I'm proud of these guys getting some green flag stops in. Mike Edwards able to type in chat because he was on the pit lane. Told Ethan Evers for the wrecking for fun. The driver's hitting the pit lane. Still on track. TJ Floyd, Carson Bechtel, Davis Greenwell, Trenton Steed. Those 4 seem to have been able to go longer than everybody else. Corey Deal extended stop on pit lane. 30 seconds and counting for the 44 car. See who peels off this time. TJ Floyd and the Wannagoons. So Trenton going to get more laps in than anybody on this run. Complete lap 20. Closing in on the halfway points. Normally this would be cutoff week for all the series, but we got to make a makeup race for this series next week. So those of you here, we will be racing this series next week. Every other series has off. So we get ready for playoff time. So this is technically week 9, but we're calling it week 10 just for our own sanity, because that's what it's supposed to be. Looks like Trenton now peeling off the racetrack, coming to pit lane. All by his lonesome. He's trying to do a fuel strat, but that is going to leave him with no drafting partners. TJ Floyd getting up to speed. Here comes cars around the outside. Henry Koloff taking the race lead with Logan Pugh. Michael Moody in their draft. TJ Floyd, Carson Bechtel, Davis Greenwell. You misspelled draft with the 14. Some cars at speed. Looks like Lenny, Lawrence, and McBride. Matt Benke's got his car repaired. Benke hanging on one lap down in the lucky dog spot. And there's Trenton heading back out on the track, and there goes Henry Koloff flashing by. So Trenton going to have to hope this fuel strategy works out. It is not going to be good for his track position. Here comes a large chunk of pack. That drops Trenton down to 10th. Martison goes by. Trenton's now 11th. Be important for him to try and find someone to draft with, but it's not looking good for him at the moment. There goes the lap machine of freights. Maybe he can hang on to him. So Henry Koloff takes back the lead after green flag pit stop, something we didn't expect to see tonight. Koloff, Pugh, Moody, Lawrence, and Lenny, your top 5. Then TJ Floyd, Zach McBride, Carson Bechtel, Davis Greenwell, Zach Margison, Trenton Sneed. Trenton is 2.5 seconds back and losing ground. Chris Wold in 12th as Logan Pugh goes to the outside, or goes to the inside of Henry Koloff to try and take the lead here, and is able to clear. So Trenton best on fuel, but he is losing all kinds of time. Lenny gets around Jake Lawrence, then moves up the track. This is the battle from 4th one back. This is about 4 seconds behind our lead group, so they probably need to get single file and figure this out. Try and gain on the lead group, instead of having Lawrence in the high lane along with Margison, probably not helping them at all. Greenwell is wash confirmed, as Lawrence and Margison both hit the wall. The 10-10's teammates at the exact same time smack the outside wall. It's going to allow Corey Deal on the inside of Matt Benke to get by. They're not for position. This may cost 68 and 55 the draft if they keep racing side by side. Already a half second back. Leaders are side by side, and that should help this chase pack. And they're still stuck at 4 seconds behind. They can't get themselves organized. They'd rather fight for position in the middle of the race. What that did, though, they allowed Trenton to catch up. Trenton Sneed hauling in that 81. Look at him go. That's still fighting up front. Koloff and Moody can't get themselves sorted. That's just advantage chase back down to 3.5 and dropping now. I think they actually waited for Trenton. I really do. Trenton is hauling the mail now up to 8th. as he goes around McBride. Menke just brushed the wall. Gap's down to 3 seconds between pack 1 and pack 2. Jason Freights pits in the O2. This is pit box, has the backup. He's going to wish we didn't see this. He had to pit first because he had the least amount of fuel. It's probably earlier than I thought he would go. Here's your top 3. They finally got a single file again. 2.5 seconds now the gap. Gap from call off to Lenny. Here's what it looks like. Lenny, Floyd, Bechtel, Greenwell, Sneed. This 5-car bunch. All lead lap machines. There's gap 1.8 back to Martison in 9th. And McBride, Matt Menke was riding the wall. And Jake Lawrence trying to push Matt. As we said, these cars are very hard to handle. It's like the goons have decided they don't want to ride and catch the leader anymore. They want to go for points. Or something. Not sure what they're going for, really. Bechtel's first race, so he's not eligible for the playoffs. Davis hasn't been here all that much on Friday. Maybe just thought he'd be faster in the lead. Coming up on halfway, we'll give points to the top 10. Important for those that have been running all season. They are making inroads now. 1.4 the gap between Bechtel and Koloff. Start lap 30. Into this lap, they give away the stage win and points to the top 10. Booty brushes the outside wall. Looking for a way to get by. And they're going to turn. Logan Pugh down into the grass. Oh, hard in the outside wall. Down the track he comes into Alex Linney. Takes Davis Greenwell. Trenton Sneed pushes through there. And we get our second caution. The 01 tried to block a little late. Washed as he gets wrecked. Or Davis. Well, that was something. Here's your stage points so far. Jake Lawrence, Zach McBride, Chris Wold, and Cody Brown, and the damaged car of Logan Pugh. Logan still gets a stage point after that ride. Koloff gets the playoff point and 10 points for the stage win there. Mike Moody, Carson Bechtel, Trenton Sneed. Davis Greenwell got his spot back. That's odd. But it'll still be where they cross the line at the end of 30, so it'll still be Trenton in 4th. And that Wanen's Goons car has lost the whole nose. I'm sure we'll see everybody on pit lane. Except for maybe Jason Freights, who pit a couple laps ago. He may stay out, try to get a wave around. Probably a smart idea. Had a nice long green flag run there. Got green flag pit stops in. It's cool to see. And then going forward the stage here, had some drama develop. See what the drivers are saying. Forgot I had it muted. Like a whole lot of nothing at the moment. Pit lane, a busy place. Someone's wrecked at pit entry. Looked like the 01. And the 35 is wrecked at pit exit. What the hell? What just happened? Let's back this up. Here we go. 01's coming to the pit lane. It won't turn. And it spins him out. And at the same time, got Matt Benke around. Catches up to the pace car and then drives through it. Gasses it up too hard, hits the outside wall, and spins the car to the inside. Too much throttle in the tri-oval. These cars get upset. He is heavily damaged the right front corner of that Amtrak car, and I think he was the lucky dog. That's awkward. Benke probably wishing we didn't see that either. His right front is also broken now. Everyone's washed. Well, that was something. The O2 has indeed stayed out to get the wave around. Greenwell on the pit lane. Camera angles are wonderful. We're just going to use this. Greenwell on the pit lane to get his nose repaired. See TJ Floyd, Matt Benke also down there. Benke probably should have stayed a little longer and let them work on that race car. I don't think he realizes how damaged that right front is. He only took the tires and went back out. Greenwell still repairing the nose. TJ Floyd down and away as the field's entering the tri-oval. Jason Freites has decided to pit. The O2 thought he was going to take a wave around, but he comes down the pit lane. Missed his pit box again. It's been a night for him. Been a night. So Edwards came back down, topped off. Jake Lawrence, Chris Wold, Zach Marterson all filled up the fuel tanks. McBride, not sure what he's doing in there. Maybe some more damage repair. 18-second stop for the Pennzoil machine. Freites is down and away. He'll maintain that 3 laps down. I think he'll have to go to the tail of the field, so I'm surprised he didn't spend more time working on that right front. As I said, the only way, maybe he doesn't know it's that damaged. So we're going to have a bit of an odd lineup for the restart. Koloff and Bechtel will be your front row. Sneed and Moody row 2, and then everybody else is going to line up on the inside row. They're coming back down and topping off the tanks. Davis Greenwell going to line up on that top side. I think Lenny might be supposed to be on the top side here. Driver's chat still very quiet. Maybe that's something on my end, because it's odd that they're this quiet. Let's find out real fast. My mute button's not working, that's fine. Perfect. Well, the drivers are going to be muted all race then. We get going once again. Benke all the way up against the wall coming out of turn number 2. Field's already getting very spread out. Bechtel fights for the lead with Henry Koloff. Inside lane gets the advantage into 3. Moody, Koloff, and Lenny all get ahead of Bechtel, who's restarted second. Just past halfway. Reminder that I have an IndyCar race at Sebring coming up. 10:30, so about an hour and 20 minutes. That practice is opening up in 5 minutes, so those of you not in this race want to jump in the IndyCar, that practice opens up in about 5 minutes. Chris Wold has that Boise State car pinned to the wall. See all that right front damage now. Davis Greenwell, still no nose on that car. We got 15 cars on the lead lap. Back to Clapper Newell. Pugh battles Jeremy Scherer for the lucky dog, and oh no. Internet wanted to cut out for a second. Sorry about that. Welcome back, everybody. As we were saying, Clapper Newell, last car in the lead lap, and then Logan Pugh, Jeremy Scherer battle for the lucky dog. 16th and 17th, about 3 cars apart right now. Now, just Margison between them as Cody Brown gets around. Moody, call off Lenny, your top 3 single file. Bechtel's tucked in 4th. Then you have the lap car of Corey Deal. 4 laps down in that 44. Trenton Steed runs in 6th. TJ Floyd 5th. I don't know why I skipped TJ. And Mike Edwards working inside Trenton with the help of Jake Lawrence. .24 laps to go. You see Margison having all kinds of issues getting out of turn 4. 55 Easton Transportation car back in 9th. There's Cody Brown behind him, and then lap car Jeremy Scherer. I think he gets by Davis Greenwell as they've lost the draft, as has Chris Wold. So already 3 cars shuffled out. Jason Freites has lost the draft at lap car. Look like TJ Floyd making a move on Carson Bechtel for 4th. Until who went all the way to the wall. It was Corey Deal. Bechtel trying to hold off Mike Edwards now. That is for the 5th spot. The moment Carson's heading the wrong way. Jake Lawrence, the only car out of line right now. Seaworks try and get side Carson Bechtel. Didn't quite get there. Now he's going to look to the top side. Bechtel, meanwhile, looking back inside Mike Edwards. Edwards has a bunch of teammates around him, though. It's probably not going to go well for Bechtel. Davis Greenwell has a very damaged machine, so Carson doesn't have a teammate at the moment. Guys slip sliding every which way. You hear him banging it off the fence. There's Edwards hitting the wall in the backstretch. These cars are so hard to drive, the straightaways are even a challenge. I think someone rubbing the fence again. There's your top 5. Moody call off Lenny, Floyd, and Bechtel. A bit of a gap now to Lawrence, Edwards, and Sneed. Still in the draft, though. Edwards riding the wall. 14's starting to struggle. Drivers that like the easy, flat-out Superspeedway racing, they will hate this. That's why the field is smaller tonight. TJ Floyd working the outside. Trying to go the long way around Bechtel. Bechtel to the inside. They make contact coming into the tri-oval. That's a sketchy thing to do. These things get very free through the tri-oval. Looks like Matt Benke is taking his car to the pit lane again. And has now gone 1 lap down. Bechtel now outside Alex Lenny. I can't tell if he brushed the wall here or not with that angle. Looks like he did. Got a little right front damage now. Single file up towards the front now. And everyone else is all spread out, so there we go. Looks like Alex Linney dropped to the inside. Bechtel made a little contact, I believe, with Jake Lawrence there. Lawrence up to the 4th spot. Lawrence and TJ Floyd go at it. Margerson up to the wall. They go again on the straightaway, rubbing against the fence. I think that was Jake Lawrence that time. Outside line struggling. Margerson's out of shape. Tags the 28. 28 still trying to save it right in front of Cody Brown. Chris Wold coming into the picture. They all get off the throttle and everyone saves it. We stay green, but they lose time to the lead pack. Lap 45 of 60. Moody having a very strong run in the COT. Linney right there in second. Call off third. TJ Floyd, Carson Bechtel, your top 5. Call off up into the wall. It's going to allow TJ Floyd to get around on the inside. Carson Bechtel's trying to take 4th. And call off falls to 5th. See if Trenton's able to get around. Trenton's starting to make his presence known. I believe we got one more pit stop to go. These cars, a lot of speed, a lot of power, a lot of gas. Makes fuel tanks run out quickly. Up all around with the camera. Corey Deal, the 44. He's currently 4 laps down. He's moved up to 17th from 20th. Freight still sits on the pit lane. Matt Benke was 2 minutes and 30 seconds down there. May have picked up a meatball. He's back out in contention 18th. So he passed said Benke machine up by the high side. Top 12 still in fairly good contention. The top 8 in this main pack. Then a second back to a 4-car pack. Margeson, McBride, Brown, and Wold all in that second group. They're right at 1 second back, so they should be able to close up. 14 to go. Don't think they can go 29 laps on their tanks, so it should be working towards another set of stops here. And as I say that, Mike Moody and the 42 of Linney peel off. Call off goes with Corey Deal coming down. It's like 10 tenths decided it was time for them to pit. They're all coming down. McBride joined them. Cody Brown. See what Clapper does. He's coming down. All by himself back there. Leaves us TJ Floyd, Carson Bechtel, Trenton Sneed in the main pack. And they're even going side by side, which is not good for their lap time when they lost everybody. Benke was again into that outside wall. He's just abused that right front. TJ Floyd pits along with the 01 Logan Pugh. Logan battling for the lucky dog, currently the first car a lap down. There's Davis Greenwell, he's gone a lap down, but he finally has a nose back on the car. Comes our leaders around all the cars that pit. Oh, Bechtel got way out of shape coming out of the corner. Then Matt Benke pounded the wall. Trenton drafting Bechtel here. Bechtel going to have to go the long way around Moody. Gets up into the outside wall in the 09 car. Unforced error there. You got, I guess, a little scared of Moody being on that inside lane. And there goes Bechtel peeling out. Heading to the pit lane. That car gets all kinds out of shape trying to slow down for the pits. Trenton Sneed will take over the race lead. He's mixed in this pack, the 81 black and white machine. See the cars that pit racing around them with the better tires. Benke looks to go inside Trenton. They're 3 wide. This is scary. They're 4 wide going down the backstretch as they split. TJ Floyd and Logan Pugh. Then Benke throws it in there. Trenton's on his outside. Pushes Trenton up and into the outside wall. Benke on a full send. Just shoved Trenton Sneed, race leader, into the outside wall. And Trenton's seen enough. He's coming to the pit lane. He's probably hoping for a caution. Didn't want to be the caution. And this should be his final pit stop. Carson Bechtel getting swallowed up by the field. He's going to try and get out there and hang on to Jake Lawrence. TJ Floyd not too far behind. Matt Benke going to make a brave move again. Nope. This time decides better of it. Bechtel stays ahead of Benke. Here comes Cody Brown. 17. Benke hits that outside wall again. He's probably hoping we never use these cars ever again. Trenton Sneed off the pit lane, gets swallowed up by the field quickly. Trenton may be in trouble here. Not going to be a lot of cars to hang on to. Already 2 seconds back of the field. He's going to have to really push. Out front, Mike Moody, Lenny, in the lap car of Corey Deal. Then Henry Koloff, Mike Edwards, Zach McBride, Zach Margerson, Jake Lawrence, TJ Floyd, Carson Bechtel, Cody Brown, your top 10, Chris Wold at the tail of this pack. So 11 cars still in contention after the pit cycle. Corey Deal goes up high. Koloff looks to the inside. Deal 4 laps down. Nobody ahead of him on his lap. Matt Benke behind him on his lap. And Corey Deal's shuffling himself back. He'll probably go to the tail of the field and try to push his teammates. Jake Lawrence right behind him, one of those. Back single file, 8 to go. Who can manage their car and have it the best it can be when time counts? I'd probably be running 4th or 5th. Reduce throttle, trying to save as much tire as I can to make the full throttle moves towards the end. Comes Margison to the inside, shuffling out McBride in the Pennzoil Chevy. Easton's Dodge trying to get into the top 5. And our third caution waves. Matt Benke is flipping in the grass. What the heck? How did we get here? Trenton goes by. Matt going to collect the outside wall again. Gets it out of shape. Then it gets around backwards. And as soon as it does that, the air takes it and throws it around. Oh my gosh. Matt Benke doing aerobics and gymnastics both through the infield grass at Daytona. Then gasses it up and drives away. That's how our third caution comes out. As I stated, he's probably going to hope we never ever use these cars ever again. If you got an opinion on what cars we should run next season, get in the chat. Let us know. A 7 out of 10 on the flips. He did stick the landing. I'll give him that. Amtrak car came off the rails and did some gymnastics for us. Nice floor routine. Woody is your leader. Do we see pit stops for tires here? I think so. Even though there's not much time left. Maybe a 2-tire gamble. But the tires are just so important, it feels like. The form, though. I think we see a mixed strategy here. I think some people take tires, some gamble and stay out. And I think that causes a wreck. That's my prediction. We'll see what your predictions are. A lot of cars showing pit. We'll see how many actually commit. Like the lead lap car is all coming down. So everybody hits the pit lane. Logan Pugh gets his lap back. Be a lead lap car once again. Jeremy Sherry looks like he's going to take a wave around and hope for a quick caution. It's probably not a horrible idea. Might as well when you're a lap down. He'd be the only car on his lap if he pits. We might as well try this. Won't hurt anything. I think Edwards' first one on off the pit lane. Looks like 2 tires for the 14 car. 2 tires also for Henry Koloff, Carson Bechtel, and TJ Floyd. And the top 4 are going to be on 2 tires. All I got to say to that is good fucking luck. Alex Liddy, 4 tires in 5th. Moody, 4 tires 6th. Margison 4. McBride 4. Jake Lawrence 4. Sneed 4. Wold 4. Greenwell 4. Clapper Newell 4. Cody Brown has some damage to fix. I think the right side door is shoved in on that Amp Energy Chevy. Logan Pugh just now hitting the pit lane as the lucky dog, and Jeremy Scherer taking the wave around. We'll have 16 on the lead lap. Mike Edwards in the top 4, all bolt on 2 tires here. Let's see if we have any drivers down in our Discord that we can talk about this strategy. We do have Mikey. Michael, DG, you got a copy?
Hi.
Well, we've gone with the 2 tire strategy here. You and the entire top 4. How do you think it's going to play out, and how's the car's handling going to change with the 2 tire?
I don't know what I took. The 2 tires was not intentional. It looked like the middle of the car raised up, and it took 2. So I couldn't tell you if it was left or right. So this is about to be really interesting.
10-4. Good luck, and we'll see how it plays out for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Mike Edwards doesn't even know which 2 tires he took. That's amazing. Oh, man. Only Mikey. Don't see call off in chat. Don't see... Oh, is Bechtel at least. So we'll grab Carson. Carson, DG, got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, we talked about how much you love these COTs. You're sitting up there in 3rd spot on 2 tires. How do we feel about the finish of this one?
Little worried because I have no idea how it's going to go, but I'm also pretty confident that I can make it go fast if I get an opportunity.
Well, we have 3 other cars on 2 tires around you. The restart's going to be critical, obviously. These cars can get quite twitchy on these restarts. How do you think it's going to play out?
I think if I don't screw it up and the guys ahead of me screw it up just a hair, not too much, we're going to be setting sail. But if they screw it up a little bit too much, a whole big disaster is going to happen.
10-4, it sounds about right. Good luck to you. We see how it plays out.
All right.
Carson Bechtel in a 59 usually. In the 09 tonight. See if TJ's hanging out anywhere. I'm probably about out of time to talk to him anyway. I don't see him at the moment. Well, half a lap away from our 3-lap shootout. Different strategies. 4 cars on 2 tires, everyone else on 4. Matt's confused. His car still drives. Well, cat, he says, but car still drives. Ain't got no more power. That's interesting. Matt's sitting in the pit lane. Field formed up all nice and tidy for this final 3-lap shootout. Edwards gets his launch quickly. Bechtel trying to follow through and take second. Edwards jumps to the top. Here's your top 3. The camera was so zoomed in. Trying to find something a little more zoomed out. All the give and take probably gone now. We're already looking 3 wide. That shot not very good at showing you. Oh, Carson Bechtel in the 09 spins it out from the front. He was giving it a full send, and up and over goes Carson Bechtel. Takes Corey Deal with them. Alex Linney. More contact as Corey Deal comes down the track. Looks like McBride is in it in the Pennzoil machine. He's backing up the hill. Carson Bechtel just had the chat with him. That's the view I wanted. Didn't have it the first time. Just loses the back end on corner entry. Then I think Moody couldn't stay off of him once he got sideways. We'll check the drones. But I think it was loose first. Yep. Loose first, and then Moody and Lenny. I think Trenton may have got a little piece of that. Go back to the 81's drive through. Someone send the amber lamps. And square door hit for the 81. He should be fine. And Cody Brown watching this whole thing. Let's go back further and watch from the cockpit. Let's see what it's like from behind the wheel of the 17. As all this unfolds ahead of him. Here goes Bechtel around. Gets down to the bottom, tries to stay off everybody, and does a pretty good job. And now the crazy one. We're going to go on board with the 09. Sees plenty of clear track. We'll watch the steering as he gets kind of out of shape. This is the horrible feeling as a driver, knowing you're about to screw up big. Up and over, sliding on the roof. Did not stick the landing. Yikes. What a ride. What a ride. See what happens to the McBride machine. He was just behind Pennzoil red and yellow car. Heavy damage. And he gets spun around hard too. I think Pugh is okay. The 01 seems to have avoided all that. And just locked the brakes down and avoided it. It's a good job there. Jimmy Sherry gets the caution he needed. 15 car, remember, he took the wave around. Now he can come down, take a free pit stop, basically. And he'll be good to go to the finish in that 5-hour Energy Toyota. See, he avoids everything with ease. And now we get to watch Corey Deal go pirouetting. Oh, he had it missed, and the 02 just pile drives him. Sends him up the track, and then down into Alex Linney and the 02, which I guess that last one with the 02 was kind of deserved by the 02. It's karma coming back to bite him. This is a great shot right here, let me tell you. There's Corey Deal getting the repairs. Freights is out there, 7 laps down. Heavy right front damage, but still out there. There's Corey Deal. Lenny's on the pit lane, still in the lead lap. Checking where the leaders are. Looks like he has plenty of time to get back out there. Trying to get as much damage repaired as he can. As you saw, he took left front and right front hits on that 42. He'll be a good pusher, but I don't think he'll lead a line very well. Trenton. Looks like he's got about a brand new race car. He's got dinged up in the door a little bit. Car looks okay otherwise. Trenton will be a factor in this. McBride, he got a brand new race car. Jimmy Sure, as we said, he was in good shape. We got you checked out there, Beach, before you even said it. Before I even read it, anyway. Hydrate, we got you. Clapper Newell's car looks pretty good. We're doing our Jake from State Farm damage report. Clapper Newell's car looks pretty decent. Logan Pugh in the 01 looks solid. Cody Brown, he's got some left front damage on that 17, but not too much. Chris Wold, also a little left front, but not much. I think that just comes from the banking transition. See Davis Greenwell, also that left front, so he turned down on the banking. Car looks okay otherwise. Jake Lawrence, car looks fairly good shape. Jake's got a piece to race with. Margison in 5th. That Easton's Transportation Dodge looks pretty fantastic. Only you can't really see it because Mr. Booty's car in the way. A little left front scub for the 49, but not too bad. There is said Mike Moody machine. Car looks in great shape. Henry Koloff, car looks fantastic. And Mike Edwards. So the front part of the field, at least the top 10, all in really good shape. I think Clapper Newell looks decent. Scherer's good. Trenton's good. McBride. Lenny's really the only one on the lead lap with a banged up race car. So the top 14 have good pieces here. We should see a good finish to this one. Mike Edwards, your leader in the 14. Remember, we still have the tire discrepancies. 2 tires for Edwards, 2 tires for Koloff, 2 tires for the wrecked race car of Carson Bechtel. And that may be what got him so loose and crashed. You also have 2 tires for TJ Floyd in the 49. Everyone else is on 4. Get a stretch in there without getting too dizzy. All right. Shake out the limbs. Get well hydrated for this finish. We get 3 attempts at a green-white checker. We are in overtime, number 1 right here. Edwards call off. Lead him to the front low. Front low. What's the front low? Lead him on the front row. Heading to turn 1. Green flag back in the air. Barney gets us going again. Moody gets pretty good launch here. Inside lane gets going quickly. Moody pushing Edwards out to the lead. See if he'll jump up to the top lane and try to go for the lead. Now this is probably his best window for that. Margison gets the door left open for him as the 80 goes to the top. He's trying to get that Dodge's nose in there. Edwards drops to the bottom trying to get Margison some help. Moody then goes to the top to try and get Edwards. Edwards got to rely on his teammate Margison's push because Moody on the outside line is flying. We get the white flag. This will be the last lap of the race no matter what happens. It's Edwards out front. Moody surges it in there on the high lane. Makes it stick. Moody took 4 tires so he can burn them up. Margison giving a heck of a push. Oh, the 80 gets turned around. Margison's going to get through on the inside, I believe. They're wadding him up in the background. Here comes Davis Greenwell in the 20, but I don't think he's got enough time. He's going to go for it. Looks to the outside of Margison. And at the line, it is Margison by a nose. Margison, Davis Greenwell, your top 2. Mike Edwards, then Logan Pugh and Jake Lawrence. What a finish we had to that one. They're still wadding them up, and I'm sure we'll have some angry drivers after that. Zach Margison gets the win in the Dodge. Goodness gracious. Well, let's go get our winner. Zach DG, you got a copy?
Hello, sir.
Well, that was one fantastic finish. We brought that Easton's Transportation Dodge home in victory lane. Did you expect that at all, or what unfolded from your windshield?
Well, I didn't know what tires Michael took, so I really didn't know what was going to happen there. So, you know, I just had to send it, and it's on the back of the car, damn the torpedoes, and I sent it, and it stuck.
10-4.
So, I'll take it.
Absolutely.
So,
it's your second win this season. It's exciting.
it is. I'm really happy, honestly. I'm very, very happy.
Now you got 2 different days that you've won on.
Yeah. That's good. I love it.
Maybe you'll win again 4 years from today.
I hope it's more than that, but yeah. Hopefully we'll be in for a championship this season. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. So
10-4, we're eligible now, and we'll see how it all shakes out. Obviously, we still got the extra week next week. You looking forward to that in Xfinity, Legacy Xfinity car?
That Legacy Xfinity car is a blast to drive. I mean, it's a blast, so I'm going to enjoy it.
All right, we'll see you back here next week, and congrats on the win. Got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us?
I want to thank Adam Crozier for one. He painted this magnificent Dodge. Easton's Transportation Group, Gamer Subs, every team member at 10 Tenths, and our little honorary member of Trenton Sneed because he came over to hang with us today. So I want to thank him too. And you for putting on the broadcast, and whoever mows this grass because they're going to need to clean it up after I'm done.
10-4. Congrats on the win, and enjoy it, bud.
Thank you.
And back up with his team and track down Davis Greenwell if he's hanging out anywheres. He's up in the waiting room like a go boy. Way to go, Davis. Proud of you. Let's go track down Davis. He already parked the car, so we got to jump this thing back in time a little bit and try to find his car out on the racetrack. Have something to look at while we talk to him, because, well, we love Davis, but he could definitely talk. So we need to have something for you to look at while we do this. Davis, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, bud. That was a very close finish. Thought you could have had him there right at the end. I don't know. Maybe if it was the Talladega finish line, not the Daytona, you might have won that one. How was it out there?
Yeah, man. I love these cars. I just, you know, if you're all that bottom line, there's not much you can do. on that last restart, I was really hoping I could have got outside earlier, but yeah, with these cars, you get boxed in, you don't really have much freedom. So if I could have got outside, maybe I could have ripped it down. But yeah, unfortunately, I had to stay in line, and then finally got clear at the end with that wreck, and just couldn't get it to the line quick enough. So good race to Zach, but man, that was fun.
Oh, if it makes you feel good, you beat Carson.
Yeah.
You only lost the nose. He went completely upside down. So, you know, you did better than Carson. Congrats on that
To
P2
be
finish.
fair, I would take that fashion fair.
Oh, I know. You missed your nose for a long time. You got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for that P2 tonight?
Obviously, shout out Carson for riding with me, and one of Goons, all of our affiliates, and my parents. That's all I got.
Stand forward. Appreciate you, bud. Get on out of here and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you, DG. You too.
Grab Davis back down in the rating room. Go back down to the 10-10s team and pull Mikey out of there because he did still finish third. Michael, DG, you got copy?
Hi.
Hi. Well, you're so close to winning this thing. Looks like the car got just a little out of shape with the 2-tire deal and gave up the bottom, and Margison got through there. How was it out there? What was it like?
Yeah, I just figured out I took lefts, so that would explain the no grip on entry. Just bottom entry, and I was off the gas and on the brakes, and it still went all the way up and almost in to the 80. So, yeah, I'm glad Zach won, so at least 10-10 Sky won, but so close.
I mean, your options were you take lefts, the car's really tight, and what happened to you happened, or you do what Carson did. You take rights, and you go upside down.
My lefts are still at 100 then, when I pitted too, so I don't know. Might have been a high entry for him, but I never really had many problems getting loose, so.
You know, he took rights and got loose. You said you took lefts, so.
Well, let's see how it worked out, so.
10-4, bud. Brought it home P3. You got the friends, family, sponsor shoutouts, and don't forget the Cougar on the hood.
Yeah, forward screen printing, Cougar, obviously. If you're not first, you're last, so I guess I'm last. Playoffs start soon. Well, we got a makeup race, but
yep.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, well, we'll see you in the playoffs and see if you can't go for another title.
Thank you.
Mike Edwards brings it home P3. Now let's go ahead and look through our final results as we get this playing in the background. Obviously, Margison getting the win. This is starting on the wrong page. Gotta love that. Margison, Davis Greenwell, Mike Edwards get the podium spots. Logan Pugh and Jake Lawrence in the top 5. Then Jeremy Clapperdool, Trenton Sneed, Zach McBride, TJ Floyd, and Jeremy Scherer round out your top 10. Henry Koloff, Chris Wold, Mike Moody, Alex Linney, Cody Brown, Carson Bechtel, Jason Freites, Corey Deal, Matt Benke, and Dalton Hayes round out the top 20. And that was it. We didn't have any more after that. So, yeah. Thanks for watching tonight over on the YouTubes. We're going to go ahead and close you out. If you want to keep watching and see our viewpoint and watch all the post-race record reviews, head on over to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DG Swiss, and we'll see you over there. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night. That ends the YouTube stuffs. Now we can get on over to the Twitch streams, get the music back on so I don't go insane with the silentness.